Depression affects 1 out of 6 college students. Every other year, Santa Clara University conducts the American College Health Association's National College Health Assessment. This survey gathers information about college students' health and wellness. According to the 2012 NCHA survey results for SCU, 91% of students felt overwhelmed, 23% felt lonely, and 29% felt depressed within 12 months prior to completing the assessment. College can be a stressful time in one's life. It's common to need support, and there is help available. The biggest mistake people make is waiting to get help.
Last quarter, I was having a really hard time after my girlfriend broke up with me. I couldn't concentrate long enough to complete any of my assignments. I put them all off until the last minute. And because I was so nervous about being called on, I started missing classes. When my friends would ask me what was wrong, I would snap at them. I just wanted to be alone, and no one understood. They just wanted me to go out with them, but I couldn't seem to enjoy the things I used to.
At the end of my sophomore year, my boyfriend really started to scare me. He became really clingy and felt out of place at SCU. He spent all of his time with me, and when he wasn't with me, he was calling and texting constantly. At first I thought it was because he had been drinking with his frat brothers. This is how he acted when he was drunk. But then he began drinking and smoking weed every day. I knew something was really wrong when he thought all of his friends were turning against him.
When I first started my freshman year, I got along so well with all my suite mates. By winter quarter, all the other girls started going places and not inviting me anymore. They would become silent as I entered the room. Sometimes they would make fun of theater majors, knowing that I was passionately involved with productions on campus. They kept getting meaner. I started sleeping all the time to avoid being around them. I felt so bad about myself I didn't even care what I looked like. What's the point of trying to look good? I would sometimes skip showers and I just wore sweats all the time. I couldn't make the simplest decisions about what to wear or when to eat. I felt as though I was trapped. It was never going to end.
Last fall was a difficult season for my teammate. His grades sucked and he was at risk of losing his scholarship. He started a lot of fights on the field and seemed on edge at practice. I just thought he wasn't getting enough sleep. When I asked him about it, he told me that he was frustrated because he was having a lot of headaches and his stomach always hurt. He seemed worried that there was something seriously wrong with him.
When depression or distress goes unnoticed or ignored, problems can worsen and intensify. This can sometimes lead to suicidal thoughts or behaviors.
I started thinking it wouldn't be so hard just to take all those pills in my cabinet and go to sleep.
Just wanted the pain to go away.
He told me that he couldn't think of anybody that would miss him if he were
I
gone.
got scared when he started giving away his favorite things.
At parties, he would get drunk and start talking about not wanting to live.
I knew I was in trouble when I started writing goodbye notes to my family.
I started to notice that he would engage in dangerous activities like driving recklessly.
I knew things were getting worse when I started thinking about how my friends and family would feel when I
It
was gone.
freaked me out when he asked me if I thought that people who kill themselves go to heaven.
I didn't really care if I got out of bed.
In 2007, a study by the National Institute of Mental Health found that suicide was the third leading cause for death among young people ages 15 to 24. Most suicide attempts are expressions of extreme distress, not harmless bids for attention. A person who appears suicidal should not be left alone and needs immediate help. Warning signs of potentially suicidal behavior. Expression of desire to kill herself or wish to be dead. Presence of a plan specific as to time, place, notes already written. Means are available to carry out plan to harm herself. High stress due to grief, illness, loss of a new job, academic difficulty, etc. Symptoms of depression are present. Previous suicide attempt by the individual, a friend, or a family member. Preparation to leave, giving away possessions, packing belongings. Secretive behavior. Indirect comments implying death is an option, e.g., the person implies that he may not be around in the future. Depression is highly treatable. It is often a brief period in someone's life. Suicidal thoughts do not imply severe mental illness. Talking about suicide does not cause someone to become more likely to commit suicide. Depression or depressed people sometimes go unnoticed because they appear to be functioning well. Don't be afraid to assess, ask, and act. Early intervention is the key. There is help.